Hi, my name is Liz Hathaway and this is my look at the week ahead, the week starting Monday the 1st of February. So the week begins with a Sun-Mars square. Mercury is retrograde, went retrograde on Saturday here in the Netherlands, and now we've got Monday Sun square Mars. So there's an impatient feel with the Sun-Mars square. It's kind of radical as well with the Aquarius involved. You could say Sun is the organizing principle, square Mars. We could think of things like anger management. You know, how can we harness energy and put it to good use? Thinking again in terms of Aquarius as being, involving group purpose, group responsibility. That's something we're hearing a lot at the moment. In the Netherlands at the moment, we've got a curfew here in the evening and it's all about taking care of each other, responsibility for the society as a whole, our individual actions, how they impact society as a whole. Maybe some of you saw we had riots here in the Netherlands when the lockdown first went in. So yeah, Mars-Uranus has a militant feel to it. It has that feeling of don't try and restrain me. My individual freedom means a lot. But, the Sun square Mars, the start of the week, it's a kind of a tricky square. Okay, so it's, of course, on the same day, on Monday, we see Venus moving into Aquarius as well, which is much more avant-garde. There's quite a kind of futuristic feel, actually, I always feel, to Venus in Aquarius. It's the real, really new styles, new art, new ideas, and it's very forward-looking. So yeah, Venus as well at some point, probably going to square Mars as well. So it's all the planets really bundling up. I think there's now, when Venus moves into Aquarius, I think we have 6 planets then in Aquarius. And of course, squaring Mars, Uranus, that everything bundled up there. So it's tight, it's like a knot, you know what I mean? And it's a square, which is about inner pressure. There's a build-up of inner pressure. And I think as the time goes by and the kind of lockdown continues and actually, so as here in the Netherlands where it's been up a notch to where there's now a curfew in the evening, I think that pressure is mounting, and I'm sure that the services that are dealing with mental health and domestic violence and these sort of things, these are real problems, I think, in society at the moment, as this pressure to sort of keep back, hold in. And the theme, of course, with Aquarius, with Saturn in Aquarius, it's all about group purpose. It's about group responsibility. We're not just doing this for ourselves. We're doing it to, make sure that everything gets back to normal for everybody as quickly as possible. But that doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't. I mean, there's that real sort of mountain pressure. That's that idea of all these planets really caught up in a 90-degree square between Aquarius and Taurus. Okay, so Monday, Venus moving into Aquarius. I think Wednesday as well, when the moon is in Scorpio, another fixed sign. This is, and I think as well, the moon in Scorpio is often about emotional health, about, sort of inner, that feeling of being stuck and suffering through something, having to pass through something. It's a kind of a moon that holds on to things as well, holds on to, when you're kind of in a lockdown situation and you're not seeing people very much, everyone is a bit more sensitive than they normally are. I've seen a few examples in recent days of people who are obviously, talking to themselves on the street or whatever. There's that feeling of pain as well in the collective, moon in Scorpio, I think. Coming into Saturday, we have on Friday, Sun trine the North Node in Gemini, and then on Saturday we have Venus conjunct Saturn. So this is very much about taking a responsible attitude towards relationships, and in general, if we're doing any kind of artistic project, or if we're busy with any kind of creative process. It's about self-discipline. It's about spending time, being able to sit with something, to cook it, really. Saturn is not a planet that delivers the goods straight away, but it does say, if you do the work, if you stay with it, if you practice makes perfect. This is very Venus Saturn, I think. If we just keep trying, if we persist, if we persevere, you know, then our art or our relationships or the things that we're passionate about. Because I always think of Venus as that is where the heart is. That's where our heart lies. That's what's close to the heart. That's what's dear to us. But on a more collective level, I mean, we could see things coming out like, you know, a cry for help from art galleries or art institutes, you know, sort of asking for funding or asking for extra monies to, you know, just to keep the whole collection together. Or it could be the death of a famous woman or something like that, you know, coming out into the collective. Venus is then on Sunday, Venus is square Uranus. So then we see that square that I was saying, it's all about that 90-degree angle, that inner pressure, that sort of conflict between radical and conservative, between group purpose and this sense of, but what's in it for me? I don't want to do this, you know, that sense of pressure that people are under. So Venus square Uranus, you know, there's almost like two parties here saying, I'm as passionate about my argument as you are. So it's on a positive side, all of these squares can give us radical new perspectives on things. We can break out of old established patterns, actually. We can find new ways of doing things. It's the idea of the free spirit for sure, but how can we express the free spirit in restrained or restricted circumstances? One of the things I've noticed, you know, among my own group of friends, this going for a walk, rediscovering your local neighborhood, you know, finding delight in simple things, you know. This is Taurus, isn't it? Taurus is very much about the simple pleasures of life. But we remain, as I say, we remain as well, Mercury retrograde in Aquarius. We're not going anywhere fast, that's for sure. But there are opportunities in this sort of square. Squares often deliver results. They're often, you know, like the dominant aspect in the horoscopes of successful people. So if you can maneuver the territory, if you can, you know, walk the walk, if you can find a way forward, this can be an incredibly productive time. But easy it isn't. Okay, so yeah, it's a week, I think, to to try and break out, to try and find some kind of artistic or other something that you're passionate about, and apply yourself wholeheartedly with heart and soul to that. So later this week with Laura Boomer Trent, I'm going to be doing another lunar transmission for the Cosmic Intelligence Agency. I'll try and catch up later in the week and let you know when exactly that will be sent out. But yeah, Aquarius as well, by the way, is very much about nature. You know, it's very much about getting in contact with nature and being outside. So yeah, we maybe can't always put the genie back in the bottle, right? But we can explore the bottle from the inside. It's an interesting energy we've got going at the moment. So get out, take plenty of exercise, especially under that Sun-Mars square. It needs some kind of possibility to let off steam, I think. Okay, thank you for listening. Have a great week. Stay safe. Bye.